A very warm welcome to Ulwazini Zindaba. Oh man, Upal Thusi is being dragged left, right, center njengale ndlela lesimanga. This follows after lenkulumo yakhe la ikhulumile phela during speech laphayana ku-memorial service ya DJ Warras. So she mentioned them having shared the same room, same bed, and batfolakala bakhadlisha. And people were like, oh, wrong timing nje for then for yakhe la ikhulumile. I guess guys, some things are just better off left unsaid because laphayana there was the presence of his wife, his sons, and his entire family. So asadi man labanye abantu nje bayasho ukuthi hayibo kani umuntu makangasekho emhlabeni akufuneki ukuthi bamusho lendvo lebekangiyo bakhulume liqiniso ngayo or what. You are very much welcome to share your views on Ulwazi Nezindaba.
Service DJ Warras. So ayishem bathethe kahle abantu yo bathethe kahle oSizwe Dlomo oPenwell abantwana bakhe, and then everybody was emphasizing the fact that yo ebebathanda abantwana bakhe uWarras. You understand? But kuthiwa ebengumuntu othandayo ke shem yena, like ebengumuntu onothando xa sesiva ke pha kuthethwa ke pha. Nophel Thusi wathetha ke ethetha kwalento inye ba uWarras ebengumuntu onothando kwathini. But ke ngoku uphel Thusi wasibalisela nesitory phofu wonke umuntu ebebathi story ba into eyayenza yena uWarras, like eyenza ba yena as a person uWarras amviwishe ngenye indlela okanye amjonge ngenye indlela. You understand? For instance, I'll make an example before singena kuphel Thusi. I'll make an example ngoSizwe Dlomo. uSizwe Dlomo uthe yena into nokubana wakhe waxabana no-AKA kakhulu, and before that babeyizitshomi no-AKA, and then ke ngoku uWarras yanguye oza kuSizwe ke ngoku sithi hey kuzafuneka nidibane ke ngoku like le nto niyifeyise man to man, if nifuna ukungqombana ningqombane nenze loo nto kufuneka niyenzile, but baphela bedibana and they sorted it out kanti nyani u-AKA uzosweleka. So uthi waye thankful to uWarras bana wayenza loo meet up so that bazokwazi uba basolve into zabo, yabo. So wonke umuntu ke bethetha in a way yobana like yintoni kuye that stands out about uWarras and all of that. So ekaphel Thusi ke bantu uthi uphel Thusi into nokubana yena wakhe wathi ngenye imini ecaba besiya kwigig whatever nyani babesebenza bonke mos, I think kweza shows ka-SABC 1 ma-1K nizawuyazi ke le kuzafuneka nindikhumbuze uba babesebenza phi uWarras nophel Thusi bonke ma-1K because ama-2K awazuyazi. So babesebenza bonke ke, so bahamba ke ngoku xa bebeyisa kwigig bahamba baya kuloo gig. So ngoku kuthiwa ke ngoku the following day they were supposed to catch a flight, I think early in the morning, and then uWarras athi yo hayi mna andikwazi uvuka, so ke ngoku kuzafuneka ulale nam apha erumini. Athi omnye hayibo njani, athi heyi ndiza koyiswa kuvuka and ke ngoku iflight yam izandishiya if andivuki, so kuzafuneka ulale nam apha erumini kwathini. Athi omnye hayibo hayi abantu bazawuthini fanele ndinxanzalala nawe erumini yakho. Athi hayibo mna nawe we are brother and sister, so it's just gonna be cuddles, nothing much kwathini. So while I was listening to this story ke bantase hayibo nqwa kaloku sana nqwa nalaa nto yoba umfana athi masamsela ndijezi phaa ekhaya masamsela ndijezi phaa ekhaya. Bamithile abantu kuloo nto wena phela wasinda njani wena ubungamithiswa bamithile abantu yiloo nto kuthiwa sizokwenza nto bamitha abantu kungazukwenziwa nto ndikuxelele ke mna ke phela. But ke uthi uphela into nokubana yena noWarras balala ke ngalaa mini cuddles, they didn't do anything. Kutsho yena guys, kutsho yena they didn't do anything. But ke yeah, to rest in peace to DJ Warras. Yo abantu bathethe kahle ngayo. On a serious note ke ngoku guys, abantu bathethe kahle ngo-DJ Warras, and like I feel like ebebathanda abantu.
I really like Pearl Thusi, but speaking like that at Warras's memorial, wrong timing, and there's family there. That's another thing. There's the wife there, which is another thing as well. So the openness of Pearl Thusi, we understand, and we know that she's an open person. But when there's a passing going on, and there are family members there, and there's a wife there, and you're speaking, sharing a room, and putting a pillow and getting a cuddle, women do not like that. Family members, if someone is married, no wife would like that. But yeah, it's really not that deep. It's that thing of actually reading a room. And the DJ Warras thing is just another thing, a sad one. And it's a sad one because it is mimicking and reminding us of the AKA thing, considering that he was also colored, considering that he had longevity of a career like AKA and came back in the day, Gubo Live amp. It's just another thing. And the gunning down is another wave, bruh, on the side of the road, similar to AKA's one where it is in Durban on the side of the wall, in the walkway. So, in the pavement. So, those kind of things, seeing those occurrences just shake a lot of people up, and it rattles us and it brings a lot of fear in the public and in the nation. So I hope such things no longer further happen, because celebrities used to be protected and you wouldn't see such things happen to them. You know that this happens too when you're in the kasi or in dangerous spots, but never for prominent figures. And to see two colored men that were so immersed in the also black community, they were like a rainbow nation. No, they were not racist. They were actually pioneers that spilled over and brought oneness, because honestly speaking, black people and coloreds, there was that segregation, still is in some points, that apartheid impeded upon us and ingrained in us, that is flowing, that says, I'm better than what I'm. But they became a bridge, and we loved them so much. And the ladies loved him. And there was the lady who wished him death and stuff, and this happened. So she's trending, and watch what you say online. Dislike umuntu, but don't take it far or further where you wish the demise of a person that batabuga mafu. What is that? That is crazy.
Ubebe uyimi umfelokazi walapha. Bento isusa ingubo. Ngithi wena. Tell me why Thusi is telling us about cuddles. Thusi is badala. We know when people cuddle. Ungakadlisha kunemicamelo in between. And you know what is wild about the speech saka Thusi ukuthi nangumntwana wakhe la uyamshushuzela. Thusi abana timing, guys. Abana timing. Warras! Lower to take it easy. If it's easy, take it home. When our kadlisha night, kadlisha pela. Yo, hi, pel masitu punyugelo, shem. Masitu punyugelo mdaze kai. Kodwa, ay, mina kuyo kumncoko wendoda yami shem bonge kuhle pel. Bonge kuhle. Uzohamba nje after lesa speech. For the why. For the why.
Kalabe. Le repel Thusi le DJ ba dile mbozotse le repel Thusi le DJ ba dile ka gore ke kwele pel Thusi mamane o re boutsu kudu re le family pel Thusi what you did is very very wrong. That was not the time. Okay, fine, that was not the time to spill the beans. It was not the time to give us that news. Pel Thusi mamana bo bole ditaba ile gore ne rena re makaditse family. I was shocked, perturbed, even collected. Thusi o re ena le DJ Warras ba sherile mpeto ko morao kwa ba bea mesemelo mo hare. Never. Thusi, we are not from China City. Take us very serious. We know what happened that night. You and I can prove it. I can prove it.
Thusi's speech at DJ Warras' funeral, I am coming across a lot of disgruntled comments, comments like, oh, Pearl is making herself the main character. Agana timing, she's so unhinged. This is cringe. Why would she say this at a funeral? And now what must the wife think? This is awkward, things like that. But now I'm very interested in this story now that she is relaying to us, because I've got questions. And I think, as some of you guys know, because I've asked this a few times on my page, are we to speak about people at their funerals truthfully? Or are we to speak about them in ways that sanitize their lives? And I say that because, you know, the more you listen to sort of the accounts of DJ Warras' friends, you know, giving about who he was as a person, he strikes me as somebody who is very humorous, very jovial, and the type of person which would have wanted people to speak about him truthfully, even if it is a little bit unhinged. Do you get what I'm saying? But this specific story of Pearl Thusi, I have questions about it, and I would really love us to discuss it in the comment section. But would DJ Warras have asked Pearl Thusi for all of that had she had been a man or an unattractive woman by conventional standards? Or would it have been a case of, listen, dude, can you please put on your alarm, come to my room in the morning and wake me up because I'm scared to miss my flight? And are we considering that perhaps this entire event took place when they were both single? You know, maybe Warras wasn't in a relationship. Maybe he wasn't married at the time. Also, there might be a cautionary tale in understanding that it's important not to do questionable things whilst we are still alive, so that at our funeral, questionable stories are not being narrated. Making sure that the way you navigate life won't lead to the point where at the funeral, people are not saying, ooh, this lady agana timing. Why would you say that here? Ooh, this is so cringe. Because there are no narrations about you like that out there. Considering the fact that DJ Warras and his wife understand the friend that they have in Pearl, and they, as a friendship circle, understand each other. There's that.
About how they slept in the same bed one time. And I honestly always knew that Pearl was a pick-me, but I didn't realize that the limit of her pick-me-esque shenanigans had no limit. You know, the limit does not exist. You know, like in Mean Girls? Yeah. I mean, to tell that story at a funeral is just, oh, wow. I don't even know what to say. And she's there and she's crying and her daughter's standing next to her. And it's very cringe. I mean, it was like a 30-second clip that I saw. So maybe I'm missing some context, whatever. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm being too hard on Pearl and she's just grieving and everything. I'm willing to be proven wrong. Okay. But for me, I had to keep pausing because it was so cringe. And she, oh my God, guys, no, I can't talk about it anymore. But anyway, pick-me's are just a lot.
She can't even read the room. Show me. Can get literal Ruth and Warras never together. In a way, if you think about it, they used to sleep together. It's just that at the poster, show me. But they used to cuddle like really in a room. You know, it's not like that. Come Korean Hanang, Batong, Patusimara, Pelmara. Actually, Pel everywhere. Our Pelmara, you guys, everywhere. There's a lot comes in a thing. Documentary best Oteng. Warras Oteng. Mama not colo, Laopola, Naliteng. I would say. Oh, Lapona got Nila down Allah. But it's a separate dramatic worry. Yo. But it would the cameraman are okay. I'm gonna kneel down and I'm gonna cry. Make sure you capture that, okay? Capture it. Sister, I go down, but mara pelmara with marakala. Yo. Pelwala pizza, guys. Yo, pelwala pizza, pele. Yo, Tell me, show me. And when she was 4 years old, she used to cry because she wanna see not color on the news. Oh, Sissy Pele. Yeah, when a shame. Kishap.